Good morning, folks. Let's do a cold start in the middle of August. It's actually chilly this morning. Truck's been parked up, blocking the driveway for 3 days. Let's hook the battery up, and we got some more modifications to make to this old girl to make her complete, because we actually want to use it for the dump truck. All right, this all pretty much relies on if the starter is going to be a starter for us. I want to hit the key right now, so we'll see. Let's make sure. You got to do a complete brake, gas, clutch pedal pump. Even though I bled them and all that mess quite a bit, you know. Starter's doing a certain thing. Let's give 2 more. This, honestly, not that bad. Considering the years this thing's been off the road. Idles and still revs up. Can't complain about that. Let's head down the shop and then I go get my other truck. It's got the boards for us. Yeah, feels nice to be back home. Had an extended weekend. Family member had a retirement party. But look at the shop. I cleaned it up before I left. Yeah, we'll get around to the other dump truck, but just take a look at it. Yeah, boy. Okay, let's go out here and go over what the plan is. Because, yeah, I'm always trying to improve the property and the layout, and maybe move a little bit of dirt down here to up there to improve certain areas there and here. Multifunction, knock it all out at one. So I've been using the dump trailer, but the access point that I have for the dump site is pretty limited and it's not ideal. So I got to run lighter loads so I can maneuver this certain spot. But I got a freaking dump truck. Let's use the dump truck to do dump truck stuff. So some guys in the last video were commenting saying, hey, you should just extend the back of this flatbed so that it's closer to the ground and angle approaches be nicer. Well, then I can't use it for a dump bed really anymore. Can't be a dump truck. And honestly, I'll show you a photo of what I discovered is a much easier route to do, is dump this thing quite a bit, get it up on the ramps, your vehicle that you're loading, and then start to lower the bed, and actually helped out quite a bit. It'll go into need a snatch block kind of category, but nevertheless, it should work a lot better, shall I decide to do that. So I got some boards up at the house in the other truck I snagged from my old man's last night, and I got some 2x12s for the sideboards and the headache rack, and I also got some 2x8s and 2x6s, 2x4s. We got a little bit of everything to finish out the deck board. Unfortunately, I will have to run to town to get some gasoline because I don't keep gasoline on the property, primarily a diesel outfit here. And honestly, the only thing that really runs off gasoline is a hot rod, pressure washer, and maybe the generator. So let's go get the other truck with the stuff in it and put this all together real quick. Yeah, by the way, what started all this idea was I started the dirt work to start the dirt work for those projects. But I needed to move the dirt out of the way so I could get back to this roller chassis that has a built 47 or something. I'm not sure, it's 12 valve. And it's got a 12 valve on it. So I need to get that chassis out. Need the rollback truck to get that out of here. Need the dump truck to get the dirt out of the way. One thing after another. We just need to get this truck running, driving, doing its thing. Plus, it looks so good. A little bit of cancer here and there, but it's pretty nice. Check it out, my 96. It's a little beat up. I just bought it back. It's my first truck ever. Bought it when I was 19, sold it when I was 25, bought it back when I was 32. Starting the restoration on it, but still using it for a truck because I missed my truck. I didn't even measure this at all. All I knew was it's about 3.5 2x6 is short. So, 2 2x8s and a 2x6. Math. Let's hope something works out. Okay. Thunder smacked a couple of these in there. This one's in there real close. This one's tight, but it's underneath my receiver. That ain't going nowhere. Honestly, I did remember I brought that 4x4 just for this occasion, but I thought, you know what? The math kind of, oh man. Got a knot up there. And this one, I think we could just thunder smack it and get it to work. Maybe a little bit of persuasion, edging to get it to reconstruct into a direction of gratitude. It's close. Little little gap right here. We just need to flex out of it, and that'll give us our clearance. Clear up there. We just got an 1/8 inch right here. I just need to find if I got a fallen wedge somewhere here. That's about as perfect of a fit as you could ever ask for. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay, throw these sideboards on. Reshift those. We're ready to do some damage. So, we're getting progress on it. I had a comment in the first video, keep it all original. Now, I got nothing against keeping stuff original. It's actually very hard to do, especially if the rig's not original to start the day off with. Asking too much of that flex. But I'll tell you, the idea of taking this thing, putting a Cummins in it, I got nothing against that. That'll make the truck sweet. But honestly, that's a lot of work, and you need the Cummins. Then you're gonna need a different transmission. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't mind 4-wheel drive swapping this thing. So then you need a transfer case, you need a new front end. And then if you're gonna be swapping front end, these big old 20-inch wheels, well, those gotta get swapped out. Why not? Even if you put 17s on it, it'll handle everything that's needed. But I'll say one thing that's really actually slightly motivated me in the idea. I've never been a fan of this, ever. And then I was looking through a scrap pile just a second ago and I saw this. Check it out. That's not where it would go, but wouldn't that be sweet? Now my buddy Roland down in Texas, I've talked about him probably way too many times. He built an international truck, a gas rig, and he ended up building, you know, a custom chassis and everything for it so that it had a big rig rear end, it had a big old diesel engine in the hood, and he had some sweet stacks like that. And I'm not gonna lie, that right there, that's some big time motivation to put another 6-cylinder in this. I'll put a 360 in it, I don't care. It'll just be diesel powered. Well, we got this thing about wrapped up. Let's, couldn't find any scrap steel to make my ramps, so without further ado, we got to go to the gas station, get some gas for this rig, and I'm going to tighten up my parking brake while I'm got it parked right here. I just got some fuel. Gas station asked you want a car wash. And I said, they don't even have a car wash here. What kind of scam is that? I looked all over that place. They didn't find no car wash. You know, kicking her old school. Little freaking nipple broke off on my, so I got an expensive plug in there. But God's creation, siphon hose, something pump. Anyway, Give me a chance to pick up my boards. We'll go up top and up them off. Get in here, try to haul a load of dirt for this video. See how she does. My parking brake up. Old girl doesn't like going to gear when the parking brake's on. And drive shaft parking brakes, you know. But I put 7 scoops in there. 6 or 7, I don't know. I think it was 7. See how it does. With a little dump trailer, I put 8 in it. I put 6 of these. No, I put 5 in my dad's 3500. But it's got a smaller bed. But just so you can still maneuver around and stuff. I didn't want to put too much, but we'll see how we did here. I think we're going to be okay. Man, that's a good pile of dirt. Boy, oh boy. Grunting that low RPM, low gear ratio. Fly just hit me in the eyeball. We're backing it up right in the money. Parking brake hold? Yeah, boy. This thing literally went from parked in the field for 5 years. 5 years this thing sat. I have put maybe 8, 9 hours into this thing. Not including time going and getting the boards and stuff like that. I already had some of this stuff here. But that is pretty freaking cool that it just hauled a load. That's gotta be 7,000 pounds, 8,000 pounds, somewhere in that nature. And it freaking dumped it without a problem. That's unreal. So, granted, we did get lucky on this rig at being a good solid bones, good runner. It's been idling for 20 minutes again, barely even quarter on the temp. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna haul some more of this. You can see this project with the third on the V-Belt and Son channel. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you. Well, I just boxed that out real quick and only going up a couple, 3 inches maybe, 4 inches at most. But we got problems. I had to, well, it's parked in the middle of the driveway because it died. I put 10 gallons in it this morning. That was load number 7, or no, that was load number 8 of the day. And she shut off coming out the hill here. So let's see if she'll fire back up. Oh. All right. Old Betsy did good yesterday. I honestly have more time spent driving this truck, using it for a dump truck, than I have into the revival of it. Now you have to go check out the V-Belt and Son channel to see the Dirtwork saga, because I'd rather keep the revival and restorations on the personal channel. V-Belt and Son channels always had the tractors. But check out, look at the dust just piling up on the old girl. Yeah, I did take a leaf blower to the inside before we started, reassembled interior, put door cards on it, flatten out the carpet. Yep, she's bona fide certified work truck now. I got some empties laying on the floorboard. Honestly, for a 54-year-old truck, I am very pleased about it. In fact, it was sitting for a greater part of 5 years, and then it just basically turnkey going to work. The only thing we had trouble with was the clutch is actually losing prime. So I don't know if I got a leak, I didn't tighten something. So that's kind of a bummer. And it burned through 10 gallons of gas in about half a day. So that Poly 318 just really sucking her dry. A diesel would be far more superior on the fuel efficiency and definitely the power. Look at that custom. I'm not completely against the idea of putting a Cummins in this. It's not very practical size-wise. You either need to stretch your front clip or put a tunnel in the firewall. Those things start, as soon as you start doing metal work and custom stuff, it eats up the time big time. Also, budget-wise, trying to source another Cummins and all that stuff. As the truck is, it's a running, driving, fully functional. It runs cool. I'd like to keep it the way it is because I still have more dirt to move. I have more rollback kind of things that I'd like to do with this thing. And it's a nice, good running truck as it sits. So I probably won't touch anything on it for a while. Somebody asked why I don't fix up the yellow truck. Well, it's kind of like this thing, except for this one's in way better shape mechanically and physically and everything. This truck's got a purpose to move dirt and other stuff around the property. It runs and drives. If it was a crew cab version of that, it would go up on the caliber list and be something that I want to tackle right off the bat and make into something, you know, high dollar. I got several crew cab Fords that I'll start showing you guys later on in depth. And this thing will just be on the bottom of the list. Same thing with the yellow truck. But comment some realistic ideas, some stuff to help make this truck a little bit better. And maybe a couple wild comments on what I should do to it. Thanks for watching. Truck did fantastic. We'll see you on the next one. I really appreciate it if you hit the like button. We'll see you.